Morning. This is Teresa from Mimi's Mega Life. I welcome you to my channel. Today is August 29th and it is a Thursday morning. I went to my WW workshop on Monday night and I want to talk a little bit about the highlights for the subject that we talked about. I'll get into my weigh-in and what happened in a minute. But our subject is this little weekly. We call this a weekly, and it's about meals in a flash. So I have a funny story, and I have a couple of comments about the meeting. So everybody every night says, what are we making for dinner? Now, my life is a little different because I have my larger meal, which would be, we would call that, and on the farm, that's dinner. And then later in the evening, that's called supper. So I have my larger meal around lunchtime, which what I would call our dinner. So we were raised that way, you know. And my mother is 86, and my sister and I and our grandson Rocky that I homeschool, we go have lunch with my mom. That's the bigger meal that we have a protein, usually some kind of starch, vegetables, some kind of bread sometimes. And that is the bigger meal for us. Now, in the morning, my morning is real easy, and I don't have any problems with breakfast. I get up, I have coffee, I have a banana, usually have eggs or yogurt and berries. So I like to have a big breakfast. Usually when I wake up in the morning, I'm really hungry and I want a big breakfast. So I've always been like that. Even when I was a little kid, you know, we will always have breakfast. So the subject is to set yourself up for quick meal successes, to identify your go-to meals. Now, I find that WW Freestyle is really accommodating because if you just focus on the protein and the vegetables and let that be your focus, then you can add a little here and there, counting those points that have points. And just that makes it very easy for me to stay on program. My thing is, I just don't enjoy cooking. I've never enjoyed cooking, never, ever. So I would prefer to just drink a protein shake and that be it. Now, that doesn't bother me at all. I've never been a person to sit down at a great big meal at 5, 6 o'clock in the evening. That is not my time. That I feel stuffed when I do that. I think people do that more as a social thing. And in the evening, I'm usually busy doing other things, and that's not my priority at my dinner time. So making something on quickly, for me especially, is really important because I know I am not going to meal prep meals for the whole week, make a big dinner at 5, 6 o'clock in the evening. I'm not going to do that. So one of the funny stories was Kim, she suggested making hard-boiled eggs in the crock pot. And we're like, what? Making hard-boiled eggs in a crock pot? What are you talking about? So she was like, oh, you know, she gave us this big story about she forgets about the eggs. She puts them on the stove, forgets about them. They're like exploding all over the house. She thinks the neighbors are putting off fireworks, ruining pans. And so she said that she just decided she was going to try the crock pot. She did it, put them on low, left them on all night, peeled them, made egg salad, you know, took them to work. Well, I tried to do that, and I don't know why this happened to me, but my eggs, the white in the eggs were not white. They were like a beige, yucky color. And I just couldn't get past that color. So I peeled them and I just had them for my dogs. We gave some to Lady and some to Riley. And I'm like, I don't think I want to eat those. I'll do it the old-fashioned way. If I gotta sit and watch the pot boil, I'll just have to sit and watch the pot boil. And I do like hard-boiled eggs. If I have hard-boiled eggs, I'm really good because I can grab that and go too. So making batch cooking a habit. Another thing that I like to do is I like to do cranberry beans. They're like a pinto bean, and I do them in the pressure cooker. I make a pound bag of them, put them in the pressure cooker, usually on Saturday morning, and then take them to my mom and make cornbread for her. She loves cornbread and beans because she was raised here in West Virginia. Cornbread and beans is like a staple. That's like a meal, yeah. And so she really loves it when I do that. So, and it's, cranberry beans are a 0-point food because I don't add any oil or any ham or anything like that to them. The Jiffy cornbread muffins are 6 points if you make them according to the packaging. The little muffins are 6 points. So I have to really cool it and watch it with those cornbread because I could probably just eat 4 of them and not even blink an eye. I really enjoy cornbread. So I have to watch the baked goods. I kind of try to stay away from the baked goods. So the meeting was really good. The recipe on the back was a tricolor vegetable ribbon with lemon thyme kind of salad. And I probably would not make this. No, probably not. That just doesn't even look. I mean, maybe if someone else made it and brought it to me, my house, I'd eat it, but I'm not going to make that. And then we talked about that our workshop Monday night is, there is no workshop Monday night because of Labor Day. So I had to find another workshop that week to go to weigh in, get the little meeting highlights, what we're going to talk about at that meeting. And but I wanted to talk to you about what happened at the meeting on my weigh-in. I almost took a no weigh-in day. As many of you know, my husband, today is the anniversary when he had the heart attack. It was about this time, around 1 o'clock. We knew something was really wrong. 1 o'clock in the afternoon on August 29th, 2018, was a year ago. Around 1 o'clock, he started having symptoms. We knew, I called the doctor twice. We knew something was very wrong. We couldn't figure out, I never dreamed he was having a heart attack. That was not even, I thought he was having like a seizure or something, an allergic reaction. I never dreamed he was having a heart attack. So this whole week has been memories of leading up to this day. He didn't die of the heart attack on August 29th. He passed away September 28th after being on life support, and we were really, it was a very hard time. We life flighted him out of West Virginia into Pittsburgh Hospital, and we were really thought that, he was going to survive that, but he didn't. He did not. So needless to say, I have been an emotional train wreck. I went out to Golden Corral with my mom and sister and Rocky for a lunch before my mom went to see a doctor. And, I had a breakdown in the middle of the Golden Corral. Had to excuse myself to go to the bathroom to pull myself together. I mean, I'm not. So my thing is, lately I've been eating ice cream and crying and just not really focusing on being a perfect little Weight Watcher. So I gave myself some grace. But I did decide I was going to weigh myself because I wanted to see, exactly where I was, so I can, keep it. So I had a big fat, can you see that? 4.4 gain. And it was well deserved because I was eating anything and everything I wanted and didn't care. Chinese food, high sodium food, sugar food, and just, it is what it is. So I am today, I decided to hit the reset. So I had a banana and I had yogurt and I had raspberries with the yogurt. So I am looking at an on-program day. I'm a busy person today. I have to be in town around noon. I need to fill out some applications for volunteering at the hospital. And I have a lot of things I need to do today. And I'm trying to stay busy. I may do some yard work. I do better when I'm really busy, and then, I focus on that ice water and just kind of just taking it from there. So I just wanted to let you know, there is reality. Being on WW Freestyle is a marathon. It is not a sprint. You cry, you get sad, people pass away, things happen in your life that you don't ever want to happen, but you can still hit the reset button and you can still get to your goal and you can still make good, healthy choices. At least I went to the meeting. I knew I was facing a gain. I just faced it. The girl said, do you know why you had a 4.4 gain? I said, yes. I said, I have been missing my husband. It's the anniversary of his heart attack, and I just been eating a lot. So she was, it's understandable. If somebody told me that, I'd be like, hon, you need a hug. So, I'm not beating myself up at all. No. So that is what's going on. Hopefully I get to be a volunteer at the hospital. I understand it is quite the process to go in there and to even wish to be. They have to really check you out and make sure you're, not some kind of weirdo working as a volunteer at the hospital, which I appreciate that. So we have excellent hospitals here in the north central West Virginia area. The hospital is Ruby, WVU, University Hospitals, Ruby Memorial Hospital. So that is what the plan is for this week. So hopefully we all have a really good on-program week and that we can focus on making good decisions and having the food ready to have quickly ahead of time. So we don't go off on a calling in for pizza binge or eating ice cream, Alrighty, I will talk with you very soon, and I love you, and I hope you have a blessed, blessed week and a happy Labor Day. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.